Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1983 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. On the mound for the Brewers today is Fred Holdsworth, whose record is 1-1 with a 10 ERA. And pitching for the Tigers today is Dave Rosema, whose record is 1-1 with a 4.82 ERA. And so after our day off, we take a look back on the Red Sox series, and we've now won 6 in a row against the Red Sox and 11 of our first 12 ball games. We won the final game of the series 8-2, in which Lance Parrish hit his first 2 home runs of the season. That's the 4th Tiger in 12 games to have at least 2 home runs in a ball game. So we are coming out slugging this season. And we're going to face the Brewers, who last year led the American League in home runs. This year they have 13 home runs and 8 stolen bases. Quickly, we'll take a look at their team page. There you go. They're 5-8. Worst batting average in the AL, only batting .224 with a 4.54 ERA. They are suffering one major injury to their pitching staff. That's Jaime Kokenauer, who we will not see in this series. He'll be back toward the end of the month. And you'll see their team leaders, Teddy Higuera, who is a true ace in this game. Paul Molitor leading in batting average. And their leadoff hitter, Bob Skube, has 3 stolen bases, although he plays first base. Let's go ahead and get today's game started. You may remember that the Brewers had 6 rookies last year starting, and they had the Rookie of the Year, which is Alan Cockrell. I think he's in this ball game. Let's take a look at Dave Rosema coming off a rough start. The current Brewers lineup is batting 178 against him. That's with those 93 plate appearances. Everybody in the bullpen is healthy and available, as we are coming off the day off. And here's our lineup versus Fred Holdsworth. We've got Garry Hancock back in there in right field. And Greg Brock will give Eddie Murray a break today. Let's go ahead and do the lineup rundown for the Milwaukee Brewers. Batting leadoff, playing first base is Bob Skube. Batting second in center field is Chet Lemon. Batting third at second base is Paul Molitor. Batting cleanup and DHing is Randy Asadoor. Batting fifth in right field is Alan Cockrell. Batting sixth in catching is Dave Sachs. Batting seventh in left field is Doug Loman. Batting eighth at third base is Randy Reddy. And batting ninth, playing shortstop, is Ed Romero. Okay, let's take a look here at Dave Rosema. He did have that rough start last time out against the Yankees. That's the only game that we lost all year, where he went 3 2/3, giving up 6 runs on 8 hits, only 1 strikeout. He suffered the loss, but last year he was, arguably our best pitcher. 34 starts, going 14-10 with a 3.89 ERA, 80 Ks, which is quite a bit for him, as you can see. His fastball tops out at 86. He's definitely not a strikeout pitcher. His sinker is his out pitch. He's got a sidearm curve and a splitter mixed in. Overall rating is an 86, down from, I think last year he was in the low 90s. So he's starting to lose a little bit of his luster. He won't be a free agent until 1985, so we've got him for a couple more years. He's only 26 years old, so I'm hoping we can still get a couple decent seasons out of Rosie. Here's the Tigers' defensive alignment for today's game, with Gold Glovers at second and left field. And let's go ahead and get today's game started with Bob Skube leading off against Dave Rosema.
Play ball!
Skube batting .250 with 1 home run this season. Goes down on strikes. Rosie going with his sinker. Striking out Skube, 1 down. Next up is former Tiger Chet Lemon. And Lemon smashes his first home run on the season to deep left field. 404 feet. And it's 1-0 Milwaukee. Here's future Hall of Famer Paul Molitor with one down. Hits a comebacker to Rosie. And he tosses him out at first. 2 down. Cleanup hitter Randy Asadoor. Last year he played third base due to Randy Reddy getting injured in spring training. And he's in the DH role now. Rosema walks Asadoor. It's going to bring up Alan Cockrell. As I mentioned, he was last year's Rookie of the Year. 25 home runs, 91 RBI. Struck out quite a bit. But, batted .257. His OPS was .752. So, a lot of extra base hits there. And Cockrell hits a ground ball to first. Play is made by Brock, and we go to the bottom of the first inning. Okay, let's take a look at the Tigers lineup rundown for today's ball game. Batting leadoff, playing second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Batting second in left field is Rickey Henderson. Batting third and DHing is Kirk Gibson. Batting cleanup, playing third base is Mickey Hatcher. Batting fifth, playing first base is Greg Brock. Batting sixth in center field is Andre Dawson. Batting seventh in right field is Garry Hancock. Batting eighth and catching is Lance Parrish. And batting ninth, playing shortstop is Alan Trammell. Let's take a look at Fred Holdsworth. He is their number 5 starting pitcher. Has been moved up to the 4th spot with the Kokenauer injury. Off to a terrible start. 1-1 with a 10 ERA. So it's 10 earned runs in 9 innings. 5 walks, 6 strikeouts. Opponents are batting .442 against him. He's averaging 2 hits per inning. His fastball tops out at 90 miles an hour. And his best pitch is his changeup, which is only rated an 80. Overall rating is a 79. He goes to arbitration after this year at age 30. Originally, he was a Detroit Tiger, drafted by the Tigers, had 3 years, came up when he was 19 years old in 1972 when the Tigers played the A's in the ALCS. And he's not happy. Why aren't you happy? He doesn't like the media in Milwaukee. Oh, that mean Wisconsin media. Let's take a look at the Brewers' defensive alignment here. You're not going to find any Gold Glovers in this group. Chet Lemon, in real life, was a Gold Glover, 2-time winner. Here's Lou Whitaker leading off against Fred Holdsworth. And Whitaker sends a fly ball to right field. Play is made by Cockrell. He's the weak spot in the defense here. Next up is Rickey Henderson. Henderson had a good game yesterday. Couple of base hits and a stolen base. Safe on an error by Molitor. And now we have an opportunity to run on Holdsworth. 78% chance. Henderson is 5 out of 8 this season. Kind of a pitch out. And Henderson is safe. So there you go. 6 stolen bases for Rickey Rickey. One down, here's Gibby. And Gibby hits a comebacker to Holdsworth. Henderson holds. That's a smart move. Good base running. So that will leave it up to Mickey Hatcher to drive in the run. He crushes it to center. That's going to get down and get to the wall. Henderson scores easily. And it's 1-1 with Hatcher getting his 4th double on the season. Now let's going to bring up Greg Brock. Brock's had a couple days off here. And an infield single moves Hatcher up to third. First and third, 2 down. Andre Dawson comes to the plate. He's the only Tiger to play every game so far. And a wild pitch scores the go-ahead run. Tigers take the lead. It's 2-1. Brock moves into scoring position at second. Full count to Dawson and a slow roller to Molitor. He'll get another shot, and this time he makes the play. We go to the top of the second. Tigers are up by a run. Dave Sachs will lead off the inning, batting .311 with 5 home runs. Grounding out to Whitaker. How many home runs did Dave Sachs have last year? 20, so he's got some power. One down. Doug Loman struggling. 105 batting average now. 2 quick outs. Second K for Rosie. That's already a game high for this year. And then Randy Reddy grounds out to second. So we go to the bottom of the second inning. Good bounce back inning for Rosie. We've got Hancock, Parrish, and Trammell due up. Hancock pops it up at the plate. Caught by Sachs. 1 down. Yesterday's hero, Lance Parrish. 2 home runs, 4 RBI. Here he sends it into left center field, and Loman will make the catch. 2 down for Tramm. And he strikes out swinging. Okay, so a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the top of the third. Ed Romero will lead off. You can see why this team is batting .224. They have 4 guys under 200. Ed Romero, number 9 hitter, is one of them. Ground ball to second. 1 out. Rosie looking better than he did last game. And just as I say that, Skube sends it down the right field line for a double. I have to be the biggest jinx of all time. That is his second double this season. Here's Chet Lemon. Lemon is 7 for 18 with a home run against Rosie. He had the home run, of course, in his first at-bat, and he's going to drive in this run with a double. Back-to-back doubles. Score is tied at 2. That's Lemon's 5th double on the season. He had 41 last year. That had to be up there in among the leaders. All right, so I praise Rosie, and he goes back-to-back doubles. It's all tied at 2. He strikes out Molitor. Hard to believe a professional hitter like Molitor would fall for a strikeout. 83-mile-an-hour sinker. 2 down. Here's Randy Asadoor. That's more like it. 4 Ks for Rosie. He does give up the run on the Lemon double. We go to the bottom of the third. Back to the top of the lineup with Lou. Ground ball to short. 1 down. We still are showing the 1982 stats over here. I believe when we get to the first game of the series against the Indians, the next series, it'll switch over to this season. Oh, wow. Rickey striking out swinging. 2 outs. Gibby, a base hit back up the middle. Nicely done. 3rd hit for Detroit. We're going to try to steal, get Gibby into scoring position with 2 outs. And our big RBI man up, Mickey Hatcher. Gibson, safe at second. That is his 3rd stolen base. 3 for 3 on the year. Now Rickey's on second. 0-1 count to Hatcher. And Hatcher gets some pretty good wood on it, but lines out to right. We'll leave that runner stranded. We're going to the top of the 4th. All tied up. Alan Cockrell leading off. Striking out. Who is this guy? Rosema, 5 Ks in 3 1/3 innings. Dave Sachs up next with a line drive to right. 2 quickies. And Loman grounds out to second. Okay, we go to the bottom of the 4th. We have Greg Brock up. Brock is 2 for 2 and 2 walks in his career. against Fred Holdsworth. There's the first out as he grounds out to short. 1 out. Andre Dawson next. There we go. Is that Dawson's first? He's the only Tiger who doesn't have one. Yes. Oh, Gibby doesn't have one either. That's the go-ahead home run. Dawson, taking a look at him real quick. Look at how well he is doing compared to last year. His OPS is 260 points higher than it was in our full season last year. 3-2 Detroit. Garry Hancock up next. He's been a good surprise, although he grounds out to second for the second out. And then Parrish strikes out swinging. So the Tigers claw their way ahead, 3-2. Top of the fifth. Randy ready. El Paso. I lived in El Paso before I moved here to Tucson, and their minor league team is the El Paso Chihuahuas. And they have a big angry Chihuahua on the front of their board. 6 Ks for Rosema. That was out of the bat range for a Chihuahua. 1 out. Romero pulls it into left field. Caught by Rickey. 2 down. Skube up next, and he drills it to center field for the third out. So back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Second time up for Trammell. Struck out his first time, and he goes dead center field for a 491-foot home run. That's the furthest home run this year, I would have to think. Almost 500 feet. Trammell's second home run on the season. You can see he's kind of been in decline. We did have a strike shortened year, and then he was injured a big part of last season, so maybe that's a big part of it too. All right, Tigers up by 2, nobody out, and here's Lou. Lou, ground ball to short. 1 out. Next up is Rickey. Rickey takes strike 3 looking. That's a borderline call. It's a pitcher's pitch. 4 Ks for Holdsworth. So yeah, Gibby, only Tiger left without a home run, and he led the team in home runs last year. We go to the top of the 6th, 4-2 Detroit. Let's take a look at the in-game stats. I feel like this is a tough call, right? Because Dawson has a dong, Trammell's got a dong. Somebody had a double, didn't they? No? Am I thinking of somebody else? I don't know. Stolen bases from Henderson and Gibby. Could be any of those guys. Let's see if we can separate them. Maybe Dave Rosema, who's got his 7th strikeout. He had 2 in his first 2 starts. 2 total. Molitor grounds out to short. That's 8 in a row. And then he walks Asadoor. That's his second walk. Both of them by committed to Asadoor. And then another strikeout. What is going on? 8 Ks for Rosie. Wow, I wonder what his career high was last year. I mean, I know he pitched so well early on that I kind of think he had like 6 or 7 at least. My apologies, I needed a little drink there. Okay, bottom of the 6th. We have Mickey, Brock, and Dawson due up. Mickey, he's making contact, solid contact, flying out to left center field. 1 down. Greg Brock up next. Brock Nest Monster, 2 for 3, couple of walks, and a ground ball to first. So can Dawson be today's Tiger with 2 home runs in a game? Nope. Lines out to third base, and that'll do it. We're going to the 7th. Wow, look at Rosie's endurance. It's up to 81. That's pretty high for him. I think because there's only 2 lefties in the lineup, I think we're gonna give him a shot here at one more inning. Ground ball to short from Sachs. Trammell tosses him out, 1 down. Doug Loman up. He goes to 0-3 on the day. Back-to-back ground balls to Trammell. That will leave it up to Randy Reddy, and he's going to ground out to Whitaker. Nicely done. That might be it for Rosie. A good game from him. Gets back on the horse there. Has another good start. We're going to look at Doug Jones. He was a one-time closer for them back in 81, and it looks like they've gone to somebody else. As he comes in, he's pitched 1 game, 1 2/3 innings. There's a couple strikeouts. Oh, he did get a save. Maybe he is their closer. I don't know. Wow, his fastball is only 86 miles an hour, same as Dave Rosema. His best pitch is his changeup, rated an 82. He's got a slow ball, which is the opposite of a fastball, I guess. And a fastball and a screwball. He's got a lot of balls. Overall rated a 78. Not great. 25 years old. He goes to arbitration at the end of this season. And Gary Hancock will be the first one to greet him. Hancock batted .336 last year versus right-handers, and he strikes out. Was that a slow ball? He's just throwing slow balls up there. I could throw it 66 miles an hour, although it would be my fastball probably. Parrish, with 1 down, flies out to right center field. 2 outs. That's going to leave it to Trammell, and Trammell gets fooled to slow ball also. Tigers haven't seen anything that slow all season. We're going to the 8th inning, and we're going to take out Dave Rosema. Just a solid outing for him. We've got a righty, a lefty, and some more righties. We have a lot of righties. So we're going to bring in Jerry Euger. Only his second appearance in relief. He did give up a run in a game that was already out of hand. We had a pretty good lead. Trying to get him a little bit of work. He will get sent back down here on Monday when we get back to, we go to Cleveland. And we'll have Comstock back after Comstock goes down for 10 days to get tweaked a little bit. Ed Romero leads off the 8th with a base hit. That is not what you want. Come on, Jerry Euger. Runner on first. Bob Skube goes deep, and that's the tie ball game. Wow. Could I have messed that up any more for Dave Rosema? That's disappointing. Lemon flies out to left center. Henderson makes the play. That is really disheartening. Molitor strikes out for the second time. 2 down for Randy Asadoor, 0 for 1, couple walks, and he strikes out. Euger blows the save. That is a real pisser. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Game's all tied up. All right, let's get to work. Sweet Lou leading off. You got to wait on that slow ball. You got to just stay back on your heels. Whitaker pops out to short, 1 down. Henderson, good contact at center field. Short of the warning track for 2 down. Here's Gibby. Gibby, there's number 1! 389 feet to right center field. 3rd dong of the day for the Tigers. And that's a big one as Gibby gives us the lead back. Euger in line for the Vulture win. 5-4 Detroit, 2 down, and Mickey Hatcher up. And he slices it into foul ground on the first base side. And we're bringing in the closer. We're not messing around. Let's bring in Weaver. Take a look at Weaver real quick. 6th appearance, 1-0. 5 innings pitched. No hits? What? 2 walks and a strikeout. He's got 2 saves. He's kind of our right-handed closer. When Rucker starts to falter, he'll get all the closing duties. And he's going to face Cockrell, Sachs, and Loman. Here's Alan Cockrell leading off the 9th. A comebacker to Weaver. 1 down. Who would have thought that Weaver would be this dominant in this simulation? Sachs drills it right at Whitaker for the second out. And folks, we are down to the final batter. It is a lefty. It's Doug Loman. He batted .243 last year versus righties. And he's going to fly out to right field. Play is made by Hancock. And the Tigers win again. 5-4. Handshakes, butt slaps, sloppy steaks. Nicely done. Let's see if there's any trades. They're thinking about it. I mean, after Euger gave up the lead for Rosema, I'm sure Rosie would love to see him go to another team. We just can't take that salary on. And I feel like our outfield is pretty good, you know. And Hatcher plays third, so that's not going to help us. Yeah, I mean, maybe late in the season, if we have some injuries, that might be something we consider. We are 12-1. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, we're hitting, we're stealing, our pitching's been pretty good. Defense has been acceptable. Let's take a look at the National League. Philadelphia leading the East. Los Angeles the West. Wow, San Francisco 1-14 on the year. No wonder they're looking to get rid of Jack Clark, try to get some quality players in there. Let's take a look at headline news. Brainiac Baseball Daily Beat. Cleveland's Denny allows just 3 hits. Dominated through 9. He had 3 hits, 2 walks, 2 runs. Okay, that's weird. The Dibber went 2 for 5 to help raise Cleveland's team average to 262. Keep in mind, in real life, John Denny won the Cy Young in the National League for the Phillies in 1983. So he's doing what he should be doing. Let's take a look here at the next one. It is the Tigers stretched their lead to 3.5 games. Yeah, that's just too bad, man, about Rosie. Struck out 8 in 7 innings, scattering 3 hits and allowing 2 earned runs. Trammell had a home run. Not the player of the game. That's probably going to be Gibby. Let's take a look at the injuries. Holy smokes. There's a lot going on here, folks. First of all, Jack Perconte, the second baseman for the Dodgers, had a hit streak come to an end. From last year into this year, how many would say 24? 24-game hit streak. That is followed up by Roger Clemens on the Cubbies, injured for a month. His health in this game is really low. He's 20 years old in his 4th season. Started when he was 17. The Cubbies were desperate for starting pitching, and that's going to hurt. Couple of Kansas City Royals go on the IL. Dennis Leonard, well, he's only going to miss 4 days, so he's just going to probably not even miss a start. He is the ace of the staff, as you see his 1983 Topps card. And Mark Huseman, a reliever. Now, he's going to be gone for over a month, so that'll be it for him for a little while. And Philadelphia has 2 injuries, both minor. Manny Hernandez, finger blister for 5. He's in the minors anyway. And Lonnie Smith, he's going to miss a week. They're just going to send him to the Beavers. for a week to get his swing back. And then a big injury here. It's only going to be one start, but Roy Branch, this guy, it might be he probably would have won the Cy Young last year if it wasn't for his teammate, Mark Langston. He's 3-0 in 3 starts with a 4.30 ERA. Ooh, look at the walk to strikeout ratio. So he's got a little tendonitis. Maybe that's why he's wild. Okay, so that's a lot. That's a lot of injuries. Let's go ahead and pull up the box score and get out of here. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and or subscribe to the channel. It's easy to do. And when you're done, you can take a look at some of my other videos. We're going to put another video like right about here in a few moments. Player of the game, as I said, we're going to give it to Gibby. He had the game-winning home run. One of 3 home runs in the game. Gibby and Dawson both got their first. Now every Tiger in the lineup has a home run. Mickey Hatcher had his 4th double. Good job by him. Rosie, that is a hard luck. No decision. Pitched incredibly, and then Euger came in and robbed him of that victory. Weaver gets his 3rd save. So a great performance from Rosie and Gibby coming through. That's going to do it for today. We're going to come back with Game 2 of the 3-game series. We got a rookie lefty to face tomorrow, Rich Rodas. So you're going to see a different lineup with our lineup in there versus left-handers. Until then, everyone, have a great night.